Tom wrote a book, and he wants you all to buy it. The name of the book is The Jinn Chronicles Volume 1 Growth. It's part 1 of a trilogy. It's available on Amazon. Go read it.
Don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Kingdom Dinobot figure. This is a Voyager class figure. Here's the front of the box. You can see him kind of peeking out there. Side of the box, back of the box, side of the box, top, bottom. Let's open him up here and see what we get. Maybe. Get in there. Well, crud, how's that work? It should just slip right underneath here like this. Man, that did not want to release at all. Huh. There's another one. There's another one. Alright. Man. This thing is packed kind of tight. Apparently Hasbro did not want this one coming loose. But through persistence and perseverance, we are able to succeed. Alright. Now, here he is on the card back. That's kind of interesting. That's a little Megatron in there. I don't know if y'all can make that out or not, but it's a little Megs. Alright. Excuse me, let's get him here off the card back. I have no idea. Okay. So, there's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, there's five. So what is holding him in here? Holy Pop-Tarts, Batman. Ah, get out there, you. Oh. See, they snuck one in on us. It's right down here at his hips. Kind of sneaky. Alright. Well, I guess we ought to go ahead and get his weapon out here as well. Okay. Alright. So fresh out of the package, we've got old Dinobot here. And he's got nice colored eyes. That is actually a really nice head sculpt. Look at that. I like the expression. He's angry. Yeah. Coming down the figure, we have the paint. That's paint. Paint. No paint. Plastic. That's paint. That's plastic. That looks like translucent. Right there. Nope, that's not translucent. That is a hole. Side of the figure looks like this. Back of the figure looks like this. His weapon should split apart. Which it does, just like that. For those of you who are curious, the weapon is approximately 6.5 inches. Little sword thingy here is about 3.5. Sword thingy will go in here. It's got a slot and a notch. Should go into his hand. There's a port right there. Yep, goes in just fine. Doesn't spin, but I mean, you can kind of make it spin, but doesn't spin. Okay, so that's the accessory. The head is on a ball joint, so you can get some wiggle waggle up, down, a little bit. Confused dog look, all that. The shoulders are on a hinge, and that hinge goes into a mushroom peg. So, I mean, he can get all the way like that without any problem. We get rotation on that mushroom peg, so that's good. We have rotation for the upper arm right here on this mushroom peg. Single jointed, ooh, hollow bits, don't like that. Single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees. And the wrist, we saw it will rotate. It's on a mushroom peg that you can see right there. And the claws open. They're molded and pinned in one spot. And these are molded and pinned as well. We get a waist rotation. You can go all the way around. No ab crunch, but you can take the legs here and bend him over. So that's what counts. So he can get that kind of splits, and he can do the full Chinese splits. Alright, those are universal joints. Thigh swivel is built around the universal joint. It'll actually go all the way around. How about that? The knee appears to be single hinged and goes that far, and the foot can go up, down, and yes, we get an insane rocker with it. So with that rocker, that is as far as he can sit flat-footed. Alright. I don't think this will be a horribly long review here. I don't think we need a horribly long review. So, why don't we do some scale comparisons, and then we will transform him. The only other thing in the box was the instructions and that thing right there. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to transform old Dinobot here. But before I do that, let's measure him here real quick. About 6 3/4 to the head. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at about 3. Depth-wise, eyeballing it here, I'm going to say 2.5 to 2 3/4. Alright. So I've transformed this guy once. I'm hoping I can remember everything. Pulling his heels, that's something we do. Open these up right here. They're just tabbed in right there, as you can see. Come and raise up the arms just to kind of get them out of the way. Come back here and get the dino claws out, just like this. Open this up, open this up out of the way here, like this. Alright, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Pull this back, come underneath here, and it is tabbed in 2 different places. You can see the tabs right there. They go in right here and right here. This is going to come up and over and kind of capture his head. I think at this time we can go ahead and rotate the waist. If not, I'm sure we'll figure it out here in a minute. We can bring the head up, and let's see here. Now the tricky part to this, and there is a tricky part, is you've got to get these arms in a particular way so that they come up and through. And if I remember correctly, it looks something like this. So having read the directions several times on this thing, I can tell you this is not a difficult transformation, not at all. But you've got some steps that you've got to go through to get it where you need it to be. This comes around and will latch into place. This comes around and will latch into place like this right here. Okay, this will come up and will clip into place right there. These arms open up the claws here. They're going to bend at the elbow and come in. They're going to bend the elbow and come in. And I think they're supposed to have this part down. If I remember right, that part needs to be down for it to close properly. I say that as this one's not closing properly. There we go. Yep, that's how it goes. So when you're doing this, make sure that your mushroom peg is standing up properly so that you can get your leg the way that it's supposed to go for dinosaur mode. Now, these pegs right here are going to peg into the kneecaps. So go ahead and push these together as far as they'll go, get the arms out of the way. And you've got to bend this in such a way that you can get the kneecap in there. Looks sort of something like this. Wiggle it, maneuver it, whatever you got to do until you get it so that it snaps right in. I'll show that again. Push that up and rotate this around, and this will snap in right there like that. Bring this part down, and there are peg holes right there that these will go into when they're done properly, that is. So you just gotta get it in there at the correct spot, push it down. Now, there are tabs right here, if you can see. They need to go in this little groove right here. So you got to maneuver the foot in such a way, and it doesn't feel good to do this, as Skullface would say, but it is a slightly softer plastic that's designed to move. So there's always that. This comes down, this comes down, and I kept looking for a place for these to tab into, but I can't seem to find one, so I don't really think they do. Rotate your arms until they make good sense and you don't have those hollow bits sticking out. Pardon me. And this is basically Dinobot and his robot and his beast mode. Now, as far as the tail goes, remember there's only one way this can go in, just like this right here. And if you notice, there's a little bitty peg right there. It's going to go into that little bitty peg hole right there, and that will lock this into place. And you have a little bitty peg hole and a peg on both sides. Now the tail has a groove, or an extension right there, that will only go one way into this tail. See, there's the groove. So you just pop that on there like this, and you have yourself a Dinobot in beast mode. In this mode, he's coming in at approximately 9-ish, 9 1/4 maybe, width-wise, about 2.5. Height-wise, without doing anything else to him, just kindly the way he is. Let's see here, what's going on here? Oh, that one's not turned around right. There we go. Okay, turn the foot around. Alright, height-wise, not doing anything else to him. We're coming in at just a little over 5 inches. In this mode, you can see he's got some really nice coloring coming down through here. You still get to see the robot bits, but that's okay. And I'm not sure about the purple tail, but what can you do? Look at those eyes. He's got nice little beady eyeballs. The mouth is supposed to open. Yes, it does. And he's even got a painted tongue, so that's kind of nice. The arms can go all the way around, up, so that he can do that thing they did from the Matrix. Okay. And they articulate in that manner. The feet can go up and down. You saw me rotate that one. And he has all the articulation of the hand in his feet. So, yeah. Let's do scale comparison, and then we'll jump into final thoughts. What? Dinobots weren't enough. Now you have to get a Dinobot. Ha 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 ha. I just came up with that. Ha 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 ha. Crap. Rah! Final thoughts wise, folks, let's go through the list here. The playability on this figure is pretty good. Considering it's a Hasbro figure and I paid $20 for it. Bought it at TF Source because I hadn't seen one in the wild. And wouldn't you know, after this one came in the same day I saw one at Walmart. So, yeah. But that's okay. That's alright. The playability on this is fine. I think he would be an excellent stand-in for a Masterpiece Dinobot, so we don't have to pay quite so much. Especially for 20 bucks. The materials, they feel fine. They're nothing to write home about, but they have a combination of some of the softer plastics and some of the harder plastics, so they feel okay. The cost, again, 20 bucks, can't beat that. If this was my first Transformer, would I buy any more? Yeah, actually I think I would. I mean, I like the cars, and I like all that, and I was raised on G1 Transformers, but I did enjoy Beast Wars, but I had to come to it after adulthood. After childhood, I had to come to it because I was out of college when Beast Wars was running on Fox Kids, and I didn't want to watch it. I didn't, because at that point I didn't think I needed to, because I was freshly married and I didn't care for it as much. I wasn't doing that type of thing. So yeah, if this was my first Transformer today, I would definitely buy some more. He's not up there with the one that got me back into Transformers, and that would be the Classics Optimus. Some of you all have heard that story before, but this one's fine. It's fine. One thing I have to mention, there's not a Predacon symbol on this thing anywhere, and I thought he was supposed to have one like at the crest of his head. I may have to remedy that. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this guy, really. I don't have a Beast Wars shelf, so he's kind of just hanging out. But that's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, this is Tom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
It's just so hard, Doctor. After 3 million years, I suppose it's normal, but...
Yes, go on.
But the tailpipe emissions, they've become so bad, he's not allowed to transform in the house.
This is a pretty common issue with bots in their mid-3 millions. Fortunately, there is a remedy.
What is it, Doctor? I'll pay any price.
Why, Vitaminogen.
Is your partner complaining about your emissions? Do you backfire with no warning? Do your friends avoid you with stupid excuses you know are fake? Then try Vitamin John today. Try our 3-week starter pack, guaranteed to rid you of your emission problems or your money back. What do you have to lose except your stinky emissions?
It's amazing, Doctor. He's like a young bot of 2 million. And we owe it all to Vitaminogen. Yippee!
Wow.
Vitamin John, operators are standing by. Go now!